In the first 3 videos in this series, the duties of the deacons, teachers, and priests were detailed. They are adult responsibilities for married individuals. Every worthy male will not necessarily be an elder, but he might be a member of the deacon's quorum. The scriptures teach that the bishop is the president over all the Aaronic priesthood quorums. The sizes of the quorums indicate this is an enormous responsibility. Deacons' quorums are to contain 12 members, teachers' quorums comprise 24 individuals, and priest quorums are to contain 48 members. The bishop is to directly preside over that 48-member quorum of priests. This casts some doubt over the notion that each ward should have a bishop. This places the bishop in charge of at least 84 priesthood officers, assuming only 1 quorum of each of the priesthood offices in question. Would a ward even have 48 priests? In fact, bishops are stake-level responsibilities, with each stake having 1 bishop. This makes sense, since the most basic unit in the United Order was the city stake. One of the key responsibilities of the bishop was to administer the United Order. With the city stake being the smallest unit in the United Order, and since the scriptures show that each city stake was fiscally independent of the other, it makes sense that the city stake would have 1 bishop to administer it. One of the early bishops, Newell K. Whitney, was commanded to travel between the churches, equalizing the temporal blessings of the saints, further indicating that a single bishop was responsible for multiple local units within a stake. The bishop's role as the head of the Aaronic priesthood also becomes clear. He is the president of the priest quorum, a single quorum of 48 priests serving the entire city stake. The teachers and deacons are standing ministers at the local level. Thus wards would have 1 or more deacons and teachers quorums, whose presidents would be accountable to the stake's bishop. Lastly, since church courts take place at the stake level, and the judge of church courts is the bishop rather than the stake president, it would make sense that the bishop would be a stake-level office. In contrast to their role as ward-level authorities, presiding over minuscule priest quorums, devoid of any responsibilities respecting the United Order, or responsibilities with church courts, we find that bishops are in fact to be the judges in Israel, presiding at church courts at the stake level. They administer the United Order, which is also to be presided at the stake level. The priest's quorum has 48 members or traveling priests, traveling because they move from ward to ward, meeting its various duties. Lastly, the bishops preside over the entire stake's Levitical order, ensuring that the teachers and deacons' quorums at the local levels are doing their duties.